I just wanted to check in. I was trying to plan a book-ish video to do today, and I just don't have a ton of time. And I also don't want to force myself to make videos about books that are kind of the standard booktube style right now. So I'm just gonna try to be really easy on myself about book videos for the next little while. And so I thought I would do a reading vlog of a book that I'm buddy reading with Natalie from Curious Reader, and that is Optic Nerve by Maria Gainza. And so I'm about 55 pages in. And this is translated from the Spanish by Tom Bernstead. And this book has a really interesting style. It's got this kind of hybrid novel, nonfiction style of writing. And I haven't checked in with Natalie yet. I will be doing that probably on the weekend. But what I'm finding interesting about it is this, you're not exactly sure what's happening with the plot, and each chapter is kind of a vignette about this woman's life, but she moves through talking about herself in the first person and the second person, and then also bringing in these different art pieces and artists that she's talking about. So I'm really enjoying that, even though I'm at times confused. And I think because of the nature of this book, it's not a long book. I don't think it's going to be a problem for me that I'm sometimes confused, because I find the writing really interesting, pulling me in. There's a lot of short sentences that are very descriptive, and I really enjoy the way she's talking about the art pieces and the artists, and she's relating the art pieces and the artists to situations in her own life, or to kind of little vignettes in her own life. So that style is really interesting. So I wanted to check in and tell you about this. I will continue this vlog while reading this book, which will probably take me about 2 weeks, maybe less, and just take you along with me. It's a bit of a crazy time right now in terms of just making a lot of doing a lot of art stuff, and trying to stay present and not kind of descend into some sort of place of sadness and repetition, because I feel like for all of us who are dealing with the pandemic, the days are really blending together, and there's very little to kind of separate things, and you just feel this kind of fatigue that is, of course, in January in this part of the world, in the Northern Hemisphere. It's gray, it's cold, it's not a time of year where you feel particularly energized either. But I just feel particularly right now that I am struggling a bit with this month, and just with getting through, like I said. So reading this, and I love how bright this book is. It's really helping me to wake up and to be in the moment. And I feel really grateful about that. The other book I'm reading right now is Mind of My Mind by Octavia E. Butler, just so you know. And that is part of the Octavia E. Butler Slow Read, which is so much fun, and I really would recommend anyone to participate. There's just so much great content and connection happening over the slow read. So I will plug that yet again. And I will check in again when I've read more of the book. Talk to you later. to wrap up this little vlog about Optic Nerve by Maria Gainza. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was a really interesting reading experience. And I think that if you're looking for something experimental, then this is definitely a good option for you. Also, if you're looking for a kind of hybrid of fiction and nonfiction, this definitely fits the bill. And I wouldn't recommend this if you are a reader looking for plot. There's not a lot of plot here. And I would also say that if you are looking for a sort of vignette style experience, this is your book. I thought that the first half of this was a bit stronger than the second half, but there's lots of lovely little thought moments that I think are worthy of exploring. Her Gainza's perspective is very self-deprecating, and her ability to analyze and include herself in her own musings about the way the world works, I thought was really well done and very compelling, because it made me, I saw myself in a lot of what she was saying. Couple quips. All the artists that she mentions in this book are male, and that's okay, because there's a lot of male artists in museums. It's like 97% of the artists in museums are males. Would have loved it if she explored a couple works by female artists, especially South American female artists, because that is definitely an area in my own art history that I lack. I understand that, she was talking about the paintings that compelled her to talk about. And I think that she had some interesting paintings in here, some interesting artists, some interesting stories, and she wove it very well. It was a really great experience. It's a very short book too, and so I think when you're reading something experimental, at least for myself, having it be short is good, because you can kind of deal with this new type of reading experience very fluidly without feeling like you're chugging through huge chapters to get to the end. I really also liked her descriptions of Buenos Aires. I don't know anything about the city at all, and I felt like her way of talking about it was very quiet and simple, but it really gave you this sense of place that I thought was well constructed, because, again, not knowing anything about Buenos Aires, I feel like I know a little bit about it now just from her descriptions and her writing. So I really enjoyed this, and I enjoyed buddy reading it with Natalie from Curious Reader. And I will be back again soon with another book video. Thank you so much for watching.